Dynamotor fans rejoice as our Lord and Savior has been reincarnated. Coming from the new Black Bolt and White Flare set, we're going to be playing with the Dynamotor Eelektrik. Now, of course, an ability that allows you to accelerate lightning energy from your discard pile to your bench needs Pokemon to accelerate too. And that is where the new Zekrom EX steps in, acting as a basic Charizard EX, doing 130 damage plus 50 for each prize card your opponent has taken, which is really strong, but it's not the only powerful Pokemon we have in this deck. I've built a toolbox kind of deck here, playing cards from Iron Hands EX to the baby Zapdos, which discards free energy and deals 190 damage straight up. I'm personally really excited to try this out. I'm sure excited to see it in action. So how about we get going? So I have been spoiled on the board already getting into a game, and I'm a little bit confused. All right, so for those who haven't seen it, this is what the board looks like. I mean, it's different, and I'll tell you what, it's much higher fidelity than the one before. That's great. It actually has like a different shape as well, which is really interesting. But the one thing that's really confusing me is these squares here, which the decks and the prizes and stuff go into, seem incomplete. Like this number 53 hanging up over here is just hovering there. It's just like, oh yeah, number 53. Down here as well on the right-hand side, it just doesn't look like it fits. It looks like it needs the outline of the old, version. But that's my only gripe. I'm assuming it's a bug. I'm assuming it's just a bug for me right now, and they did have something like that. I'll quickly Photoshop what I think it should be looking like and show you what it looks like now. I'm assuming this is kind of what's the problem here. Maybe it's a bug, I don't know. But either way, we're here for some Dynamotors and aggression. This deck actually wants to go first and be super aggressive here. I'm going to get a Miraidon down, and I'm going to tandem unit for... What do I want in this case? I'll probably get I kind of like the Zap... 10 damage off, though. Maybe I'll just charge up Miraidons this time around just to try and get maybe an early KO in. I mean, I have Miraidon already. So I'll go for one more Dynamo and maybe a... Oh, it's either Zekrom. No, Zekrom doesn't seem right. Zapdos is missing KO on the active by 10. I could still get a hand going, actually. I think you still got to go for hands, right? Let's throw an air balloon here. And low-key hope we get a Carmine. We do. Okay, that's good. So then what I'm going to do is throw an air balloon. I might actually air balloon the hands, in case I try and Gust Trap it. Nah, we're fine. We're okay. Let's just go for a Carmine. And there's a Prime. That's nice. There's a Hilda. Hilda, as we know, is pretty solid too. You just hit a 50 for 2. And I honestly think I attach here to Miraidon. Sure thing. Maybe I should have got the Tapu Koko. It's just a 2-energy attacker in the deck, because his hand isn't really screaming, I'm going to attack next turn. Nonetheless, there's a Brock Scouting, and they do just get Flareon straight in the active here. And they do attach a Luminous to the Eevee as well. Hey, did you know Prism's in the format now? You don't need Luminous as much anymore, I mean, but yeah, Luminous basically doesn't mean change anything, but Prism, you could attach 2 Prisms. Wait, does Prisms only work on single prizes? I'm sure it only works on... I'm going to look this up, actually. Hold on. No, it's basics. Okay, well, here I stand corrected. Research! Okay, now we're talking. So, what I'm going to do is get hella aggressive. And I'm going to just prime up this bad boy like this. Throw Zekrom down. And then just research. Hopefully get an energy and a Dynamotor. Oh, no energy, though? That is rough. Okay. Well, look who looks all stupid over here, eh? I just needed the 1 energy, but it hasn't paid off. We get it next turn, at least. I'll go into this Dynamo. Sorry, I'm going to get that confused so many times. Dynamo, UMO, Weemo, Wombo. Everyone's saying it nowadays. They bench a Cornerstone. Not even fussed by that once you've got a Zekrom out. And by the way, isn't this art absolutely gorgeous? It's stunning. Well, they go for a Crispin here. It's looking like this is just some weird, like, Flareon Toolbox deck, which is not something I'm even bothered by. Water, I'm assuming just going to get... Okay. I was expecting you to attack with either the Eevee or just evolving into it, but they're just going to go straight into Flareon here. And that's fair. That's valid. But they got to be careful. 3 prizes in, and my Zekrom is 1-hit KOing it, which is disgusting. So, there's that to bear in mind. And I do accelerate to the Cornerstone, and I kind of just want a Hilda here. I mean, do I? Or do I just, like, gamble? Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of feeling a bit gambly today. Let's see if we hit the Pokegear and we get, like, a research. I might just do it. Oh, Carmine. Let me artisan quick. Let's see what's going on inside the Decorino. Zapdos could be cheeky. Again, no, that 190, it just feels bad. 6 energy, no energy search. Man, do I do it just to get some cut, or do I just guarantee a swing? I don't like the fact that I'm not taking a KO. I also don't like the fact that I could have bossed this turn, but again, just no energy early on to do this. So maybe Hilda is just the way, just to like get some Pokemon out a little bit further. Sorry, should I say discard Pokemon that's no longer needed to then get some more. I still might Zapdos, actually. You know, come in and just take a KO of it as a single prizer. So I'll bench it. That's fine with me. We'll just Dynamotor onto Miraidon and go for our first swing here. Also, if you haven't noticed, the number is either there and completely invisible. If you see where my mouse is hovering. Right there, right where my face is. If you see that right there, there should be a number there, but there ain't one. I think it's because the white of the Reshiram is the same color. Yeah, whatever, man. They're trying, okay? That's what we'll say. They're trying. And I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. Okay, that's going to be a 1-hit KO. But that means my Zekrom is now 1-hit KOing in return. And it's guaranteed. So, a lot to think about. Unless I just go with Zapdos. Is it just, should I just be Zapdosing here? Because I don't need to do a lot of damage. It just feels bad coming with a Zekrom. Oh, I could Zekrom just for 50. I mean, that's definitely an option. But the Zapdos will be trapped. I do have one switch to get it out. Let me just check my deck again quickly. There is the one switch in there. We do have some counter-catching action. Maybe I do just Zapdos here. But then again, like, their only attacking next turn is the Cornerstone, and I have Boss. So maybe it's not. Maybe I just Hilda for another energy and just go for Zekrom and just do the slash. I don't have to, like, hit the full damage output and do some damage to myself, because it also does 30 damage to itself when you swing. So it just seems kind of pointless doing that. So just come in, just go for a slash, take the knockout there, and then just boss KO. I don't think I really care about the Cornerstone right now. I can always just get this bad boy involved and go for a Regigigas KO on that, as well as more so wanting to knock out this Eevee or a Flareon. Maybe it'll become that. We'll see. Crispin in though. I'm assuming they might attack with Mimikyu here. Yeesh, that's bad, isn't it? But 'tis the way of the ladder at the lowest stage. The decks you get are all over the gaff. Oh well, they go for their Ghost Eye, and I will go for your small fry. Hire me. I am so good with language. Okay, back to business. Benching Regigigas, I think, is the move. We have Dynamotor to it as well, and attach to it, and just boss up Eevee. Just hit it for a 280 damage, because why not? Why not? Now, you are KOing me, but if you do, you lose. Simple as that. Well, they do promote the Ogerpon, but it took them a while, so they might have just rage quit by now, you know. We'll see, though. We'll see. No, they haven't rage quit. There's a switch. Now, at this point, I can just retreat into Regigigas and go for it. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I need the energy. Oh, wait, no, I have Karma. Yeah, that's fine. I would want to get a boss, though, so if I could maybe get another boss. I do have 2 boss in here. As you can see, this deck is, its pride is gusting, so if I can get another boss, just take this out, that'd be a lovely GT as well, and we can see the deck in its fullest, you know? Go on. Oh, fine, it's not a boss. All right, well, I think it's definitely just another Carmine then, and hopefully from there we can find something of worth. I'm going to Ultra Ball away you two. Actually, no, hands. Yeah, I'll get rid of the hands. It's not really needed here. Boss is there. Counter Catcher kind of dead, but everything else is just kind of chilling. So I think what I do here is try and be smart about this and put 2 on the Zapdos this time around. So we have to attack. Oh, no, I completely forgot that I need to hit them. Hey, listen, this was the plan all along, okay? I actually was meaning to just flip a coin because I hit heads every single time. Did you not see my Work Trio stream? I'm a heads machine, bro. So the strat really is just to simply go for a Thunder Wave. And then they can't do anything anyway. And then the following turn, I can attack. That was 100% the plan. The thing is, if they come in and get aggressive, which they are, that's just basically GG, mate. Yeah, the fact they didn't even retreat and just try and go with Mimikyu, yeah, I think you're conceding in a cool way. I'll give you that. So we will also win in a cool way, if I can pronounce that thing properly, and go for a Dynamotor onto the Reggie and win by taking a massive knockout. In you come, and there is that Dual Breaker. 330 damage for the win. Ooh, starting at hands feels a bit rough, but we have enough switch in this deck to hopefully accommodate for that. And we're playing Gouging Fire? Oh my god, that deck exists. Alrighty, let's get going. Miraidon out as always. And we're going to go for some tandem units. I couldn't spit it out, but we got there. into a Dynamo or two, should I say. And it'd be nice to get another Carmine. No, you can't always get it, can you? But that's all right. I guess what I can do for now is just work on Miraidon. And then if I get a prime catcher into Fez, that'd be nice. But I do need some sort of discard here to really get these. Ha! Thank you for that, mate. I appreciate it. That means they're also not going crazy on the attacking front. What are we going to be seeing here, though, do you think? Is it Embor? Oh, it's Embor. I called it. So Embor gouging fire makes perfect sense. Not only can you go for Saders and stuff, but you can just accelerate straight to it and go for Blaze Blitz and just take massive knockouts. It's really solid on paper. How it plays out, though, we'll have to see how things come around. But I like it. I like the creativity here. The instant thought of gouging fire is pretty solid. I want to get Zekraminoing, you know? And I honestly think that's all. I think I want to go for the third Dynamotor again. We're just getting really aggressive. I know, but this is kind of what we do here, you know? We just vibe, have a good time. Again, kind of needing another energy. I think what I need to do here actually is do this and just get my third Dynamotor out and accelerate, and then I can heal the next turn for another energy. But it's another turn, like, just not attacking, and that's kind of concerning. So what I'm going to do as well is just go into Dynamo because they likely have KO on hands if they simply just get a Sader off, so I don't want that option coming into fruition, one would say. That said, that would have meant that my Zekrom guarantees KO on fire, but that's interesting. Oh, they're gonna boss? Oh, they're bossing it anyway. Oh, you see, now I should have worked on Zekrom. Oh, wait, what, are you hitting 60? Why are you doing that? Okay. I guess you can get away with it. Sure, right. That's, you do you, boo. You do you. How weird is that? All right, Buddy Poffin coming in as they get a Varoom out. They did attach a fire to the gouging fire. Again, they're not attaching to the active taking. What is this? What's going on? I guess they don't want to overcommit. I'm assuming that's what's happening here. Hey, listen, man. I'm just going to do my thing. So let me move. Well, actually, they may have a good point here because I might not be able to get this thing out of the active anytime soon. So maybe they're just kind of sitting there going, well, I'm just going to keep poking you because you can't do anything about it. And they might be right because this hand is mid AF. I'm going to get rid of Hilda. I've had enough of that now. All right. I don't need to see that many of them. And I would get myself probably a Dynamo. I just want to get a prime catch. That's all I want right now. I mean, if they do get the KO, I do have counter into Fez. So that feels kind of good. And maybe we can just kind of catch them off by having them just constantly brick because we don't really play much hand disruption, if any, actually. So that's kind of a good thing. And yeah, they're still poking away and I'm kind of okay with that. So let's just research. Come on. I'm bound to get prime catcher. There we go. As I say, I'm going to get it eventually, right? What I need to do here is count what I want. I think I'm going to Dynamotor to Zekrom instead of trying to build up a hands because odds are what they're going to do here is just KO my Miraidon. And then I could come up with Zekrom and just be ahead of that prize race. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't go for the KO on hands. I think that was just odd behavior. Maybe it's just because it's a newer player and they don't understand the game very well. Because we are, like, the ladder's been reset. So everyone's kind of just, like, squished together trying to get to Arceus. So I'm going to just hedge a bet that that's the reason. But I don't mind because that means that I get more wins and that fuels my ego. They take a knockout. And now I just need to get another Zekrom down, really. And basically just win through that route. So I think that's what we're going to do. And look at that, we top deck it. It's almost like it was written in stars, wasn't it? So I will Dynamotor and get these bad boys going. And this is the last one to have completely fully charged 2 Zekroms and the supporter card if I want to. Honestly, low-key just worth researching right now. Reason being is because I can just get a boss here and then just boss next turn for game. It's as simple as that, really. Yeah, this Zekrom is crazy. The moment they get to that like 3 price turn, it just becomes a monster. Or not even the 4 price turn, because you could just gust up basic EXs. Yeah, bro, I think they kind of cooked with the Zekrom here. Man, this is a time for the black and white fans for sure. And I'm one of them, okay? Black and White, one of my favorite Pokemon games, actually. I never understood the hate that it got. Either way, there's a Pheasantipity. As they attach to Tepit, your TM evolutioning. Oh, bro. Oh, I'd say I feel bad for you, but I don't. I just... Okay, maybe a little bit, maybe a bit, maybe a tad. They go for a TM evolution onto the boys, but we have boss for game. They don't know it yet. And you know I've got to gust up the gouging fire, right? We have to assert dominance. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be assertive and just vaulting. This is just silly. Absolutely silly. Hitting 230 that early on and being able to just gust loads of things up. I think I'm understanding how this deck wants to work. Now, Typhlosion could be a tough one, you know. At least we got a Miraidon start. That's good. So we can tandem unit for some Dynamos here. And I would like a Carmine. That would be, yep, lovely jubbly. Let's go for that. I'm just going to straight up Carmine here. I was thinking of attaching to the active, but doesn't seem to be necessary. I think I just do this. And then this hand is bad, though. I can't lie. Having to get rid of some extra Poke Gears like that's rough, man. Now we're just kind of sitting in a top deck. So this deck was kind of inspired by some Japanese lists I saw and never punished. I should have ballooned this. I don't know why I didn't balloon, but it was kind of inspired by a lot of them. So I was curious to see how this variant plays. So I haven't got anything in here like a Pheasantipity or anything like that. It is just straight aggressive Dynamotor. That's all it wants to be. That's all it cares about. And I think it low-key is pretty okay because I think we've instantly got an attack here, which is actually wild. Okay, sure thing. Here we are, getting in with Zekrom very early, very aggressively, and I'm not even complaining. Let's get another electric to the Hilda, which means I can now attach here. I'll also get a Dynamo down. And I don't think I'll last long, so I don't want to help them out. Now, I am going to be doing 30 damage to myself, which kind of sucks. And going to be doing that for a little while, I think. But this oppression could really catch them off guard and instantly put a lot... Oh, I like that effect. That Zekrom effect was really nice. Yeah, just put a lot of early pressure. Maybe get a quick win here. You never know. And a carbine from the prizes. Never punished. Your boy cannot be punished. It's impossible. Well, they play Ethan's Adventure, so... Sadly, we're not going to get a quick win here, but if we could just keep up the tempo, I think we should be all right. And maybe get some good use out of our Zapdos. That would be nice. You know, we could very well be talking. On top of that, how many Ethans do they need? I think it's 40 plus 60, so they hit 100, then 160. I think after one more swing, no, 2 more swings, they can then KO me with just 2 Ethan's Adventure, but I think by that point... Oh, no, the Bangle. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the Bangle. They can just go for... Is it Bangle? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Brave Bangle. That does buff their attacks by 30. Okay, so one more Ethan in this card and they want to KO me, which allows them to keep up. But that's as far as it goes. I'm going to go for a tandem unit then and just get a Zap. Oh, you're kidding me? Zapdos it. Fine, I'm going to start hands in. Have it your way. It seems like that's one of the only ways I can really get a win here. I also going to have to get rid of this. It feels bad, but it's got to happen, man. If I want hands to come out, the time needs to come for it to get ready. So let's attach. Let's get it ready. If we had one more energy in the discard pile, by the way, I could have just retreated. Was there... Actually, was that... Oh, should I have done that? Should I have retreated and then primed? I like I didn't need to do that. It's fine. I'm technically learning, okay? Just forgive me. We'll take a KO here, and if we can just keep going for hands, that's fine. Especially considering they're unlikely to candy into Typhlosion. You don't usually see candy often, depending on the Typhlosion deck. So if they don't do that, that would go a long way too. Well, they do Ethan's Adventure, at least. And I think, yeah... They're just getting basics. To be fair, they probably might have Typhlosion here. I can't even lie. But if they do, that's going to be bad for them because all I've got to do here is just boss. No, they've got another Quailava. Okay. So in terms of gusting, we are 1 prime down. We lose this boss. But I think if I just research right now and just get an energy, I could just retreat Iron Hands and then boss the turn afterwards if I find it and just win through that route. That seems about right to me. Yeah, I'm thinking it now because I did put 2 counter catcher in his deck. I'm thinking maybe I should just cut and do 1 and then 3 boss because this is just very gust heavy as a deck. All right, let's just see if we get the energy. We should get some energy. Oh, just about. Jesus. All right, let's get this here. We're just going to retreat. We have boss in hand. Bear in mind, that's nice. And do I actually want to save this energy? No, I think I do go for acceleration to Miraidon now. I think this Zekrom's done its job. And if this hand just gets 1 at KO next turn, then I can Ultra Ball for another hand. If I have it, yeah, I do have 2. And then triple electric, find 1 more energy, and then just win if I get the gust play. Oh, I need the gust play, though. Oh, we'll figure out a way. Let's not worry about it. Amp you very much. Just because you're a single price deck? No, you can't get away from me, my friend. I am the captain now. Hilda and Dynamo from the prizes there. I'm feeling pretty solid, you know. I think this one's in the bag. Cyndaquil, Ultra Ball, getting rid of a Typhlosion, funny enough, to get Quailava. Yeah, sadly, it's just, they just couldn't get going, could they? Come on, you have a scoop here, or you let me take the KO. No BMing around here. I know what's in your hand. It's a Quailava and probably an energy or something. Let's be real about it. You ain't got to sit here and wait. Well, they did evolve to Quailava. That's something. And they boss. Ha. Okay. Wait, 240? How did you do 240 damage? What? Did he just... Did I see that correctly? Am I bugging? What? Did he... Okay, am I... Oh, no, it must have just been 40. I must have just been, like, fried. What? I don't know what happened there. Am I okay? Do I need to see a doctor? Maybe, because I just can't stop winning. I'm getting sick of it. 2 prizes there. And that is GG. And so that's that for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like. We're going to have more Black Bolt and White Flare action coming up for you soon. But now I need to rekindle and think, what What was that board all about, hey? What's going on? ptcgl making me philosophical, bruh.